America! Yeah! What is up, all you moto fanatics? My name's Randy, and I'm doing Dino Moto Reviews intro, because he doesn't know what he's doing. And guess what tomorrow is? 4th of July, America's birthday. So we got this here YZ250F, and what better way to ring in America's birthday than to go over updates and improvements on an already truly great retro 50th edition Yamaha. And I'm gonna let Dino take over all the technical stuff, because I just ride these things. You see, I don't like to do all the technical mumbo jumbo. So I'll let him take that over, and I'm gonna kick it over to him right now. Wow, big thanks to Randy and the intro that he did. I really need to learn from him. He's been telling me that for months, and man, he straight up crushed it for 4th of July weekend. So happy 4th of July to all of you guys. If you guys are new to this channel, welcome to Dino Motor Reviews. And if you guys are returning, welcome back. So we're gonna go over improvements and updates that we did to this YZ250F, just to kind of get it more comfortable for me. So I am over 6'2", almost at 6'3", just not quite there. So with that being said, I went with a little bit of a taller handlebar and whatnot. So let's kind of jump in. We'll start at the handle grips. We put the Rouge ODI V2 lock-on grips on, the Rouge edition. I love these grips because they're a little bit softer than your stock. They don't beat your hands up so much, and they have really good tack. So I really like that aspect about the bike. Moving on in, we did the Controlled Flex Technology handlebar by ODI, or the CFT handlebar. It is the champ bend, so it gives it a 93mm rise, I believe. And I'll get all of the accurate numbers for you guys. That way you guys have them if you guys are technical gurus. With that being said, the Controlled Flex bar, I like having a crossbar, and I like this option because it's a little less rigid than a Renthal twin wall handlebar. So that's really nice from that aspect. It makes it a lot easier on me, being over the age of 30. When I'm out riding, I don't get arm pumped near as bad as I did with the twin walls. The twin walls are still a great handlebar. However, I just wanted something with a little bit more flex. Moving on down, we ended up going with the Ride Engineering handlebar clamps. These are awesome. They replaced the stock OEM ones. And then I also moved the mount position to the forward position, still facing back. And that opened up the cockpit a little bit for me and allowed me to be able to move around on the bike with a little bit more ease, kind of lengthen that out a little bit. The other thing we did was we drilled holes in the air box, and that was to give it a little more airflow. I noticed a massive bog when I went to Thunder Valley, so when I went up to elevation, the next race we went to Colorado Springs, still pretty high elevation, but the air box holes being drilled out, that helped out that bog. It smoothed it out a little bit. It still has a little bit of a bog, so might have to do a Vortex ECU or do the twisted development Vortex ECU airbox upgrade, and that'll probably clean that up with no issues. The bike still runs great in third out here. I haven't noticed much of a bog there. Front brake still works. The clutch is still amazing. The suspension is by far pretty amazing. We did do some Works Connection, has different compression adjusters for the Yamahas. Really happy with those. We did a seat cover from Guts Racing. We did the RJ wing seat, so it's got a little added foam on the sides just to help give me that grip, being that I am a taller rider. I'm really impressed with that. We also went with a softer seat foam because that was my biggest complaint with the Yamahas. The seat was very, very hard on my bottom. It really hurt to ride for a long day. So if anything over 2 hours, you're just going to be done for. Good luck sitting on the toilet. So the soft seat, the softer seat foam, and it's a little bit thicker. Love that. It's been really nice on the bottom.
We also took out the little deuce fastener, I believe it's called. I took that out, I put in a Torx bolt, and that thing has worked great for the gas cap cover. So other things that we did, we haven't done anything motor wise yet. I haven't done an exhaust or anything. The exhaust is pretty raspy after a while. If you don't have earplugs in, it gets a little annoying. It's not too bad though, it's just the way the Yamaha is. But I do like wearing earplugs when I ride, and that quiets it down quite a bit. We also went with some Lightspeed carbon as far as the protection components for the skid plate, front brake disc, guard, and then we also did a rear caliper guard, and those have been amazing. I'm pretty impressed with those. They've held up pretty well. Skid plate's got some scratches on it, but that was expected, being that we ride these things in the dirt. We also put on a Works Connection master cylinder guard for the rear brake. That thing's awesome. It just extends that frame out, protects that asset a little bit, especially when you are racing. There's a tendency to potentially have someone run into that and get a foot peg in there. So that protects that. Went with a TM Designs case saver. It's a little bit thicker. It's held up really well. I like the plastic one a little bit better than the Hammerhead designs that I had on the Honda. And then the last thing that we went with was an Acerbis chain guide, and that thing is awesome. It's held up great so far. I haven't had any issues, so I'm really happy with the bike. The last thing that I'm going to go over that I did to this bike was put graphics on it and plastics. So I bought an extra set of plastics, put a complete graphics kit on it from Backyards Designs. Backyards Designs has an amazing graphics design website, so you can actually see what logos and sponsors or whatever you're putting on your bike, you can see it as it's going on. So I think that's a really cool aspect. That's why I ended up going with these guys. They ship pretty quick because the graphics actually came out of Europe, even though they have an office hub, I believe, in California somewhere. So I'm really impressed with their graphics. They did a really, really good job. Thank you to Backyards Design. I'm not sponsored by any of these companies, guys, so I'm just throwing out what I think about this stuff because I do purchase it, and a lot of it's done on a budget. So hopefully we'll get into some of the motor components, maybe change out the exhaust silencer and see if we can quiet this thing up. I want to go with an FMF silencer just to see if that keeps it a little bit more quieter and kind of gives it that maybe like a Star Racing Yamaha bike sound. And other than that, I'm really happy with the bike. It's worked really well. A lot of stuff is just on my part, learning how to operate the bike properly, and like the map switches and starts and all that, launch control. I still haven't quite figured all that out. A lot of it was just dumping the clutch that I was doing when I finally got my starts figured out the last 2 races, so I'm pretty happy with that. But other than that, rock solid bike. If you guys got any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down in the comment section below. I'll try to get back to them as soon as I can. And if you guys like this video, click subscribe, guys. Thank you to the 42 subscribers that we have, and hopefully we get to see you guys on the next one. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So I really enjoy doing them for you guys. So as always, guys, I'm out. Ride safe.